It's the 9th of May. We're just coming up to 3 o'clock and we're playing Dreams. And on Mondays and Tuesdays, I do my nostalgia tour. We're working our way through 2019 and we are looking at this audio visual list. We got as far as here yesterday. So, Evil Kimau, another molecule. Moonlighting in Dreams. This is Spinny Glow Clock with music yesterday by Hypertronic. A demo of bright spinny clock music visualization. So another visualizer. There was a lot of those in 2019 in the MMPix. Let's have a look at this one. Hello, Frank Frods. Not the most exciting thing I've seen, I will say. I think the audiovisual stuff very early on, 2019, the MMPix, have been a little underwhelming. But then the games were too at this point. I mean, we are talking first couple of months of Dreams where people were getting used to the tools. However, this is a molecule making this. You would think we'd have something a little bit more than that. I don't know. There we go. I don't understand why that's an MMPick, to be perfectly frank. But there we go. Planetary View, Ambient Mood. A short cinematic. Heavily inspired by 2001: A Space Odyssey. I'm sorry, I'm going to lose my voice. I'm going to have some water while this plays. Sunrise over the Earth. Right, I'm confused. Is that the moon as well? What's going on there? That is a little weird, I will say. I'm not quite sure if that's supposed to be the moon between the Earth and the Sun. I guess so. And that was it gone. 800 thumbs up for that. Very early days of Dreams. When was this released? June 2019. So not that early. Okay. Next audiovisual pick, we've got 437 thumbs up for an original song. This is called Alone by Clever Trev. Who is Spiders. So he obviously got a name outside of Dreams that he uses as well. Let's have a look at this.
When you lost it all and you're struggling, 'cause it's all you've known for years and years. You're irrational, so emotional, and it's brutal how you feel, so betrayed.
Sounds like he's recorded that in his toilet.
I don't want to be alone, don't want to be alone, and I don't want to be alone, don't want to be alone. You lost it all. struggling, 'cause it's all you've known for years.
I wish I could. I wish I could understand what he was singing. It is a little faint.
So emotional.
The birds are very nice.
So betrayed. I don't want to be alone.
I'm trying to work out if that's a naked girl there or a mermaid or what that is. It's quite nice. It's just it's a very quiet recording that to try and bring it in. I think people are having difficulty putting their recordings into Dreams, especially playing the guitar and singing and everything. It's difficult to get a nice tone through the recording software, especially if you're using a headset or whatever to make the music. So a good attempt. Right, what we got here? Evil Monologue. Seller Carbon. 476 thumbs up. I don't know what this is. It says it's a game, but it's an audio visual, so I don't know.
Ah, yes. I see another unwitting fool has fallen into my trap. For you see, I have lured you here, so that I might slowly kill you with my words. Every single syllable slowly leeching that which is most precious to you. Why, yes, of course, time, you blithering dolt. You're even worse than the last one. Why, just look around. Every single one of these four walls foretells of your impending demise. Now scurry about the place, struggle as you may, for there is nothing you can do to get back that which I have already taken. In fact, we fast encroach upon the 1 minute mark. What's that you say? 1 minute means nothing to you. I dare say you'll sing a different tune on your deathbed. You'll be all like, "Oh, what I wouldn't give just to live for one more moment." That's what you sound like. In fact, you sound just as idiotic then as you do now. And now, because of your inane interjection, we have missed the 1 minute mark. I should end your miserable existence here and now for it, if it wouldn't be such a waste of time.
So basically,
Now that
he
introductions are out
just
of the way,
talks away.
how about I tell you some delightful time facts? Were you aware?
Okay, it's just it's a time waster. An evil monologue. I don't know how long the monologue goes on for. It's nicely done. The skull talking and everything. It's a bit of fun. Yeah. Okay. Next we have the Pillars of Creation. Drowsy Badger. This is an actual thing. If you look that up on Google, you'll find the Pillars of Creation. It's a nebula, I believe. I've said that, and now I'm second guessing myself. Let me just the Pillars of Creation nebula. Okay, discovered in 1745 by the Swiss astronomer Jean-Philippe Loy de Chezeaux. It's 7,000 light years from Earth. So here we go. And here is the recreation of it in Dreams. It's pretty accurate as far as I can see from the Hubble Space Telescope photo. Yep, not a bad reconstruction at all. What does everybody see in this particular nebula? What does it look like to you? It's called the Pillars of Creation, but I mean, what do you see? What do you think it looks like? got a sort of family of creatures playing with a dog. That's what I can see. I don't know. It's like a Rorschach's ink blot test. Probably find out you're a psychopath with your answer. Looks to me like they've used sculpts, which they've then made loose, maybe with some paint strokes as well. There's some flecks used for the stars and things. We're about to have a really big thunderstorm here. It's just started to rain and there's some thunder. I've seen some lightning earlier, so I don't think you'll be able to hear it over this as it gets really loud. It should be fine. Anyway, there we go. Very nicely done. Pillars of Creation by Drowsy Badger. 2.7k for that. That impressed people. Okay, next up we have The Void. This is a piece of music by Back to Man with visuals by Dionisio Cardenas. Back to Man makes some great music, so this should be good. Here we go. Only 368 thumbs up on this one. I like it when the visualizer actually is manipulated by the music. Sounds like we're at a rave. Okay, we'll leave it there. Definitely rave techno music going on in there. 2019 pick there. UKG by Don't Get Fresh. Now, Don't Get Fresh had quite a few picks in 2019 so far. I think this is the fourth one, maybe third one. So this is old school electronic house music. So let's only 364 thumbs up for this one. Again, we get a visualizer. More the chill out end of the house music range. popular to put your music to a kaleidoscope. I released some music around this time as well. Didn't really do it very much past 2020, to be honest. There we are. Very laid back music experience. Here is Morpheus. This is a small little project where you can make beautiful music with just a push of a button. So this looks like it's an interactive music dream. 1.3k thumbs up, so a little bit more popular than the others that we've seen so far. Let's have a look at this one. So, I'm pressing all the buttons. All the buttons seem to do something different. So it's depending on how tuneful you are. There we go. That's what it is. It's interesting. I think people want more interactive things rather than a passive experience of listening to music or watching an animation. So there are more likes available. This is the bottle cap challenge. I think this is a craze that was going around in 2019. I don't know if you all remember it, where people were doing like karate moves and taking the cap off a bottle. So the idea was to swing around with a roundhouse kick and kick the cap off. People were doing it, all sorts of people were doing it in all sorts of different ways. Dorian decided to make a little animation with characters from the Dreamverse doing it, which is a lot of fun. Let's have a look at that. Dorian didn't do a lot of animation, he was more of a games person.
I hear my crew saying they think I'm too old, but I've still got it. Now I challenge you to do that, Crooked Ann.
Thanks for the challenge, Roger Whitebeard. As you can see, I'm more than capable. Now I challenge you, Frederick Fox.
Thanks for the challenge, Crooked Ann. No problem for a sly old fox like me. Now I challenge you, Tex Gadget Guy.
Thanks for the challenge, Frederick Fox. I love the context of this challenge.
So you used a lot of remixable backgrounds and remixable
Now I
characters in
challenge
this.
you, Denver, the last dinosaur.
So there you go. I mean, It's like fads and things on the internet. At the time, looking back at it afterwards, it's like, yeah, what was that about? I don't know if anybody did the water bucket challenge, and also things like oh god, well, all the little faddy music dance things that were around on TikTok. Well, it wasn't TikTok then, was it? It was oh god, Vine. How quickly you forget. Anyway, next one up we have acoustic original Life in You, recorded entirely in Dreams by Spiders. So we had Spiders previously. This one a little bit better, 675 thumbs up. Piece of music. Let's listen to a little bit of this. We have the birds again.
Why would I lie to you? I can find life in you.
It's interesting that we've had
No goodbye.
Don't Get Fresh a few times and Spiders a few times. People were a little bit concerned about the Olympics being about favourites, and I'm not saying that means that the music was being picked when it shouldn't have been, because but there were, I think it's difficult to see. I think certain people were more visible, perhaps, especially in the music genre. There wasn't an awful lot of musicians about making stuff, especially visual stuff like this with A Dream. Lots of people were making like music tracks like as an element, but they weren't putting together a visual presentation. I think that makes the difference. The people that make the visual presentations to their music are the ones that got picked, and like I said, not many people did it, so it looked as if there was some favouritism over certain people's musical creations, and I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think it's just a fact that the pickings were small. He likes the birds and the different colours. We've had that earlier in the piece of music that they created. Right, Phantom in the Blue. This is actually a game. It says it's an audio-visual short, but it's actually a game. And it could have been a very good game, but this is all there is of it. 1.7k thumbs up. What was impressive about this one at the time was the cinematic nature of it. It looked very professional compared to other things that have been released at the time, and it's a shame that this didn't get made into something a little bit more substantial, because it's got all the building blocks. It's got a nice character. It's got interesting game mechanic abilities in the games that would have opened it up to like a puzzle adventure. So here we are. I've got control of him. So it's not really audio visual at all. This, it is like a demo of an adventure. So I need a key for that. Let's go and see what we can find. What's this? I suppose it could be said to be an interactive movie, but it is a little bit too gamified for that, I think. It's like, what's up here? What's in here? What is in here? Nothing. Okay. We got round here. Ah, there's something over here. A key! See on his back there, briefly. So, there's an arrow. UI. On the backpack there. It's like he's carrying a key now, so you can see there's a key emblem floating on his back. So it does feel like this was the building blocks for something that was going to be a bit bigger than this. And it's disappointing, really, that so many really great creators came for early access, gave Dreams a go, created something really interesting, and then went away. Right, I can't go that way. Some buttons here. So L1. I can go to first person in L1. That's interesting. I think it's a nice little character. I don't think I want to be in first person. Has, I don't know whether it's the music, the atmosphere, what it is about it. It's quite melancholy. It's like a sad vibe to it. I'm pretty sure this creator just basically did this and then off they went. What's sad is he turns away, look. He decides to leave. And then... out comes the whale. And it's sort of intriguing. It's like, okay, so what's the story? What's the game? I think we would have been interested in that. But let me just see. How long did they stay around for? So there's Phantom in the Blue there. So they didn't create very much after that. Their last thing was this. And this was released 29th of March 2020, so they stuck around until May 2020 and that was then done. Shame. They Dreams of Universe, and they've come from Little Big Planet, so maybe they went back to it, I don't know. City Rhythm, Gutter Kisser. 1.4k thumbs up this one. This was in the City Community Jam, got in the top 25%. Let's have a look. So it's basically some cars and some traffic lights. And a piece of music. Looks like good working traffic lights. There you go, that's it. Next we have Astro Lacuna, 670 thumbs up. A sci-fi film test. It runs for 3 minutes. Let's see a bit of this. Don't forget, this is 2019. This is before launch. This is early access. This is before there was a lot of assets available. So practically everything you see is made by the individual that put it up, generally. A bit later on, it was more collaborative efforts. But early on, mostly single people with their own imaginations. So this is a spaceship, big one. No interactivity as far as I can tell. It's just a moving spaceship through space. Next up we have Distant Voices. Again, small amount of thumbs up, 372. More music from Back to Man. This one has a video by Zeke. Interactivity? No, I do not. Next up we have Yamero by Zuskin. Looks Zus. I don't know how you pronounce that. Just over 1,000 thumbs up. So this was a more popular one. I think this is all it is. It's just a bird. That's it. That's all there is to that. Next we have the winner of the Magic and Wizardry Game Jam. This is by Martin Niebelong. I think this is the first time we've seen Martin's work. MMPick, winner of the jam. It's got 3.3k. Let's have a look what early Martin Niebelong's work looks like. So I have no control over this. This is a working camera. Now I have control. It's some interactivity, and I can now control and go in. So we've got some books. There's a magic book. Oh, this is very similar to something that we saw in early Dreams trailers and videos. This pile of books in a library. There was a thing that Media Molecule made. Reminds me very much of that. With a really lanky looking mouse librarian. Is it looped? It looks like it might have looped. Yeah, we've looped. Okay, so there it was, Wizard's House. Next up, some more music from Back to Man, this time with his own video. 209 thumbs up, so not very many at all. Let's see what style of music this one is. Actually has some stats for the MMPics. So the most popular creators with 9 MMPics each was Sloan Mackenzie, who made games, and Don't Get Fresh, who made music, followed by Amenjo1, who made the visualizations in this category, and then Dorian with 7, Disarmed X with 7, and Back to Man with 7. So a lot of musicians and art people getting the majority of the MMPics. The majority of MMPics were games. 57% of them were games. 21.3 showcases and 21.6 audio-visual, which is this type of thing. Despite the fact that games were the most popular individual style of game was scenery. 11% of the MMPics was some sort of scene, architecture, interiors, or walking sims. And then 10.5% were music related. Right, Don't Get Fresh again. Here we go. I said he was the most popular, along with Sloan Mackenzie for MMPics, and here's yet another one from him. Let's play this. This music seems to be quite chill type of music, electronic chill with kaleidoscopes and trees and falling particles and things like that. Numbers was the most popular game category of the Olympics in this year. 9.9% of Olympics were platformers. Another bit of chill music from Don't Get Fresh. Now we have an animated short, The Dentist by Heaven Ideas, 2.9k. This was very popular. I don't think it's very long. Let me see. Whoever made these birds, people are making good use of them. I've no idea why nearly 3,000 people thumbed that up. Genuinely. Subject matter, the fact that nothing actually happens, the fact that it's lecturing you at the end. I don't know what the appeal of that was. Another Don't Get Fresh piece of music. Okay, well we knew there was going to be 9 of these, so we're going to still get some more. The music is very nice. For me, not particularly memorable. It's very much background, chill out music. Not an earworm in any way. Okay. Dopefish. This is another Media Molecule member. Leads up the music team at Media Molecule, I believe. That's Bogdan. Let's see what this is. I think it's weird. He did a lot of weird stuff. I know that. It's the sort of thing that the kids in Dreams make today, except they're waving Wallace and Gromit or Sonic or Five Nights at Freddy's characters around. It's all very odd, isn't it? Very surreal. Oh, in fact, there's far too much flashing going on. I don't get it. I don't understand. Right, next we have Beta Simulated, an original animated short music vid. Okay. It's interesting. Early on, early access, they advertised Dreams a lot towards artists, musicians, animators. Dreams was definitely marketed more towards those with wanting to make surreal, strange, mysterious, dream-like creations. They made a big thing about and showing surreal images, and the people that came in early access wanted to make that. That's what a lot of the creators were drawn to this platform in order to do artistic presentations. As a result, we got some very weird stuff early on in early access. And a lot of these artists did not stick around much past early access, when a lot more people came that were game makers, and we started getting more in terms of game mechanics, demos, alphas, betas, short platforming experiences, puzzle games, combat. But early access, not as much. It was more this weird, dream-like, arty stuff. So I can sort of understand why some people might have been put off early on by Dreams, thinking this isn't for me, because this is just weird. A lot of it is very odd. Recreations of my old paintings, another Martin Niblung thing. He's starting to get a recognisable style now. So we had the wizard's house before. Now we've got a train track, some buildings, a guy. Now I hope he's not he wouldn't be offended by this, but Martin Niblung I think struggles with the human form much more than he does set design. I feel that set design, he's comfortable, the landscapes, the architecture, all of this, the lighting, superb. The human figures, as long as you only got them from the back, no problem. I think some of the early faces and stuff that he did in Dreams were a little bit weird. He hasn't even bothered with this one. Let's not bother putting a face on this one, because we're just going to see him from the back, so we're all good. And there's a dragon up there with a really strange looking face. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Can we get up there? It's a long time to scroll up there. But yeah, he got better at it. But it's interesting to see Martin now is taking some of his stuff and putting it through AI, which is taking his sculpts and making them look like real people, which is really fascinating. So check him out on Twitter if you Martin Niblung on Twitter. He's doing some interesting things with his dream creations now using AI. Dark Loop, procedural dark ambient is Dopefish again. Dopefish Bogdan, as I understand it, his hobby is creating computer music, using algorithms and systems to make completely randomized and unique music. I think this is what this is, but he does it like live. There's clubs where you go and listen to this stuff. It's sort of like the jazz end, I guess, of techno music. I'm not quite sure. It's not to my taste. all sounds a bit strange to me. A bit like jazz. I don't like jazz either. So procedural made music there. Not for me. Not for me. Otto Post, 1.3k. This was nominated for Best Visuals. Reproductions of travel photography. So we're going for realism here. Early days of dreams, realism stuff. People were still learning different techniques. It's interesting because now lots of people do realism, and there are some masters of this. And I don't know whether they share techniques. I know there's some tutorials of people going, look at how I did this water, or this plant, or this sky. And the techniques are just developing and developing and developing. And we also got some new tools as well that makes a difference. This is based off the guy's photography, apparently. This is something that Dreams... Wouldn't it be lovely if you could import pictures so that you could show reference photographs, use reference photographs in Dreams as well as show them. Trouble is that it would be abused. People would just put copyright material in all the time. Wouldn't be used in the correct way. But all of these things that would have been nice never got developed or anything else. He likes to take photographs of desolate places by the look of it. These photographs are lots of sky and very little landscape. Nice colours in that one. That's very painterly, isn't it? That's like an impressionist's painting of a tree. Quite like that, actually. That would be a lovely thing on the wall. Another tree. Trees very popular in early access. A lot of people made trees. There we go, very nice. Did I thumb that one up? Whoops, let me just check. Yeah, I'd already thumbed that one up, I thought so. Right, Chakra-La, Magic Alone, original song, inspired by the chakras. Shout out to Rivoli for listening. It's a weird thing, you know, you got people that come in and play your games for you and play test. I never heard of people play testing music before, but I guess so. 363 thumbs up for this one, so we're back down to the lower levels of the music that music videos get, sadly. They get even less now. They're lucky to get 100. I always thought it was Magic Alone, but it's not. Magical One, isn't it?
Connecting
got different settings. That makes it slightly quieter. That's the setting 2 for TV. That's the mixer off. And that's headphones, which is what I've got it set to. Interesting. Very colourful with all the chakra images and stuff. Star Trek, here's Don't Get Fresh Again. 297 thumbs up. I've seen this a few times in dreams. This idea of the city and the street. Sometimes it's a game, sometimes not. But this imagery I've seen a few times in dreams. Again, it's a very chilled piece of music. Sort of background noise type music. Okay. Nosferatu, Southerner and Animation B. Made for Halloween. This was the Halloween game jam. It came in the top 25%. It's a really nice model, and it's remixable and available. You can get to this. We can zoom right in. It's really well modelled. Look at the leather coat. It's a great bit of modelling. And the frame is really cool as well, with the way that the design there, sort of like tattoo style around it. The tree, the painting of the castle in the background there, with it all sort of hollowed out. I think that they did is they took a dome look. They painted it differently on the back here. That's quite amazing. There are some very talented sculptors in Dreams. That's a really great graphic design as well as sculpture. Lovely. I have done that one up in the past, but it apparently has come off. Solace, another Don't Get Fresh. I'm not saying that he was nominated far too many times for an MM pick, but I am saying that, I think, to be fair. It seems like everything he launched got an MM pick, and there were other musicians about. I don't see anything from Masher Buttons here, for example. Again, we've got this. We've seen this before with the different piece of music with the city in the background, slightly different city. I said I thought I'd seen it more than once. This is presumably why. Again, very chill out, no real tune, just sort of ambient noise in the background there. Okay, No Time to Explain, Back to Man. Another Back to Man track. 542 thumbs up for this one. I quite like this piece though. It's great music for a trailer, because you can put up with every single beat like a different clip. So I'm hoping we'll get through all of the audio stuff today. So I am not playing through whole pieces of music. Because I know the games is what you're all really interested in, but we have to be fair to all creators of all different types, and there are MM picks in different genres. There we go. Gets a bit heavier and over time, that piece. Temple of Beavis prologue. If you've seen the House of Beavis, this is the prologue sequel, if that makes any sense. 2.6k thumbs up, popular with everyone. Let's have a look. This sequence may disturb some viewers. If you or a loved one is content sensitive, please avoid viewing. It's like, what? Why? What is this?
Free yourself from expectations.
I said earlier about Media Molecule trying to attract artists to dreams. So this is what we got in early access, was the work of artists.
How dare you?
I mean, there's a lot of copyright music in this.
Shall become
It's manipulated and mixed and reversed and what have you, but it's interesting. Media Molecule normally doesn't pick anything that's got copyright music and stuff in it. That clearly this was not made in dreams. This music, it's a choir singing
enough to understand
a hymn. So presumably they own the copyright to that. And all these voiceover bits, I don't know what they're from. It does seem like sometimes if they thought it was artistically warranted it, they ignored the fact that it had copyright material in it.
Very much a woman, Anita. Just ask Tom about her early years together.
And then we have Beavis's odd sculptures. Big fat ladies with arms for nipples. I don't know what to say.
I'm desperate. Lay it on me.
It's so weird.
You are the father!
I mean, that's clearly from a television show. I mean, they used that clip, I think, in a trailer for Dreams. It's like I have no idea what any of that was about. It's so odd. It's so very odd. And you can understand why people came to Dreams and this is what they're presented with. These are the MM picks. It's like, what is this? Very strange. 292 tons up for this one. Robot Love, some more music by Beetlebum. This was used in a few games. It's quite cool. Not quite chip tune, but it has that sort of computer thing going on. I think we're looping now. Really like that piece of music. I think that's quite cool. Right, Cherish, another Don't Get Fresh. We've seen this image before. This kaleidoscope with the keyboard and stuff. Again, it's chill music. Nine MM picks for Don't Get Fresh. And, yeah. Are they still in Dreams, Don't Get Fresh? Last thing they did was called Hold On, which was in 2020, May 2020, so no, they're not with us anymore. Acid Waxed, Amenjo 1, another visualizer from Amenjo. There's a lot of moving sculpts with no collision on, different coloured lighting. It doesn't do it for me. Put it that way. The music track's quite cool. I met him actually at the meetup at Medium Molecule at one time. We were comparing ages. It turned out he was younger than me. Not by much. Right, okay, what else we got? Back to Man again. Another popular person from Medium Molecule. 7 MM picks he got in 2019. There's another kaleidoscope visualizer. People are still making these. for their music videos. It's a very popular way of presenting the music. Never tried making one myself. I noticed that I've got 4 people in the chat. All of them are very quiet. Nobody is saying anything. I'm hoping that some people will join in with some talking about what we're seeing here. I might be being a bit harsh about some of these things. They don't appeal to me particularly. Although I like the art and the music and the animation side of Dreams, I think I prefer the gaming. I prefer to have something to interact with. I think that's also reflected in the number of thumbs up that these things get, which are much lower than the games get. Be Seeing You title sequence. Now here's a game that I was looking forward to seeing that never turned up. It was based on the idea of 60s TV, things like The Prisoner, James Bond, mostly The Prisoner though. Let's have a look. It's a fantastic parody on a James Bond theme, this, so. We did get a demo, a little demo of this game. Fantastic 60s interiors, all pink, furry carpet all the way up the wall and round beds. I think it started out, it was going to be The Prisoner, and they were talked out of it because Media Molecule said, you know, if you do that, we can't show it, we can't support you with it, with our streams and things. So we decided to go with something inspired by instead. And it would have been great. I was really looking forward to seeing this. I like the Soul Bass style credits for it as well. That's such a cool opening sequence. The music's great, the visuals are really good. Is that it? We done? So cool. And like I said, it never turned up. I mean, if I go in here, there's the model he made for the main character. We did have a living room, I seem to remember. There's the title sequence. There's a teaser. So here's all like the retro 60s security camera. There's a couch there that they made for it. Vintage toilet. Where's the... I can't find the demo. They might have deleted it. I mean, the thing is well, unlisted it. 60s art. Yeah, now canned. So here it is. So it was a great trailer, and this was pretty cool as well. You can see where they were going with it. It hadn't been that long with oh my god, what was that game called with Joy? Everybody was all drugged up, and it was sort of set in a sort of 60s dystopia, which was also a very disappointing game. Everybody was hoping for much more for it. Can't remember what the name it was, but you got the impression that was an inspiration as well to make this game. There was more of it than this. There was an actual demo, but anyway, shame it never turned into anything. But there's a few of those in Dreams, especially round early access. Okay, we have some more music. This is P. Gray Officials 8, 367 thumbs up. So let's have a look at this one. These keyhole views of designs going on behind, very effective. They can some people use it for their own idents and logos and things. It's a great way of showing some patterns and things without it overwhelming the entire screen. This is like techno jazz again. It's a sequence of beats and sounds, no real tune. It's not my taste, but well done. Oh, okay. This pissed me off. This is my song. And this is the one. This got picked, but not my version of it. And when it says it's remixed, he didn't do an awful lot to it, to be perfectly frank. So only 123 thumbs up as well. It's like, oh, just to rub it in. But, so I had to wait years for an pick, and the only one that was this, which isn't even my pick. So he put this boom 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 de boom over the top of it, and I hate it. I think he muddled it a bit. I don't know. I did 3 pieces of music based on the Media Molecule voice clips that they put out. This was one of them. And I I don't like that heavy boop, 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 boop that was put over the top of it. And yet my version just, didn't get an MM pick. So slightly disappointed in that, but hey. It happens. This is weird. I want to be remembered. I remember it being very odd. Cute Critters Game Jam. Let's see. I might not be able to play it.
I want to be remembered for my gourmet line of frozen seafood dinners.
I mean, anybody know what this
I want to be
is
remembered.
from? It's just a bit weird.
I want to be remembered. I want to be remembered for my gourmet line of frozen seafood dinners. I want to be remembered.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
Remember, 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 remember.
So I know there's a clip there from Willy Wonka.
I want to be
The Chocolate
remembered for my
Factory.
gourmet line of frozen seafood dinners.
I mean, what on earth is this? It's just so strange. I don't even know. I mean, what's that thing on the back of its
Unexpected item in
head?
bagging area. Remove this item before continuing.
I think they're trying to out weird House
I
of
want to be
Beavis
remembered for my gourmet line of frozen seafood dinners.
and Dopefish. I think they've managed it actually. It's very strange. I've no idea what that was about. Right, 480 thumbs up for Dimensions, another Back to Man track. Let's have a quick listen to this. Again, a kaleidoscope. I quite like Back to Man's music. I think it's got this nice retro nightclub disco rave thing going on. This is very much disco rave, isn't it? And a nice kaleidoscope. There we go. PG Degeneration EP. P Grey Official. 257 thumbs up for this. Looks as if there's 3 tracks and you can work your way through them. First one's called Degeneration. And we have a skull with glowing eyes and tentacly things. Again, very much background, ambient music. Long, drawn out notes. Let's see if we can get to the next piece. This is omnipresent. Same again, long drawn out notes. Ambient. Loud, you know, open synths. That sort of thing. Here's Clover Dracon. So no change in imagery, just the music changes. Okay, and it's all very sort of orchestral. Here's Duet. Green Guy and Bo play some music together. This won the Best Animation at the first annual Impy Awards. It was also nominated in the Awe Award category, and it got a top 10 in Cute Critters. So awards all over for Bivson, Green Guy and Bo. I'll play a bit of this. There was also a sequel to this. Also got nominated for an MP. I think. I'm not 100% sure about that now I've said it. Bivson strikes me as being a legitimate animator. It's very cutesy and sentimental, and not to, you know, everybody likes that sort of thing. But in terms of animation skill, and these characters have been very well realised. Okay, it goes on like that for a while. Okay, A Walk by Wargarble. I think this is the first time we've seen Wargarble stuff. 540 thumbs up. He was very popular in Media Molecule. This is one of those creations on a wheel. This is quite cutesy for Wargarble. Most of his stuff is a bit oh, hang on. I spoke too soon. Here is something strange coming over the horizon. Got involved in some like body shock style artwork for a while. Lots of distorted faces and lots of arms and legs and things. I think there we go. I think that we're back to the beginning. There we are. Overdrive Fight Animation by Bloom Animate. Assets for the community. So they used assets for the community to make this. 1.6k. So this was very popular. Some fighting animations. There's lots of these in the Dreamverse to check out. It's anime style animation. There's quite a few of these. But some of them go on for like 10 minutes or more. With various characters fighting each other. This is a short one though. Early on in Dreams 2019 before launch. This is what you get, very short animations. Hey, It's Me DG. Music by P. Gray Official. 290 thumbs up. Another kaleidoscope, by the look of it. ambient music, no real tune. It's very atmospheric with a sort of kaleidoscopy thing. It sort of looks like something floating in the sea. Mr. Casey Jones now, an animated short, a comedy short. This was in the Theatre Community Jam, got a top 10 place. So, control Sir Lawrence McKellen's performance of Hamlet. Now, he went on to make a game that featured a lot of Shakespeare, so I take it Mr. Casey Jones is a big fan of the Bard. Let's see how this goes.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them, to die.
So he's got two different versions, one very bland reading and one acting reading.
We end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. It is a consummation voutly to be wished, to die, to sleep perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams?
Okay, that's all it is.
When we have shuffled off this...
It's a very Mr. Casey Jones type thing. 1.8k thumbs up. I don't know what to say about it, really. Wild Odor, Spit Take EP. I, Wilder and Jay Yoda making Wild Odor. This is jazz rap, apparently. I'm not sure what jazz rap is, but let's see. There's a few rappers in Dreams.
Here's the life and the meaning of it. No one really knows and wants to admit. We're all wasting our time with our faces and screens when we should be focusing on what it all means. We're all going to the same place eventually. No matter gender, race, religion, or ideology. I rehearse my verses tediously. And I'm curious, coughing rhymes feverishly. Contemplating laying down to catch some Z's. But I can't get out the boathouse when it's swarming with bees.
It's a very strange subject matter for rap, isn't it? I can't get out of the boathouse because it's swarming with bees.
Swarming with bees. Buzz, buzz, buzzing. Buzz, buzz, buzzing. Jamming with my cousin. Jamming with my cousin.
It reminds me of the sort of music that 1000 does. If anybody follows him on YouTube, he's an artist. He does murals and things, but he also does little tiny musical things that sort of play while he's drawing and stuff. It's very similar to that.
Hotter than Hades, swimming in my own sweat, smothering soul of blankets.
The subject matter is a bit strange. There we go. It says thanks for the MM pick and Impy nomination for bees. So the song got an Impy nomination. This dream with the song in didn't. That's interesting. So the element of the song got a nomination, but the dream with it in didn't get it. Stone's scene test. A scene to test a stone asset. 884 thumbs up for this. And this is the test of the stone asset. I presume it's the grey, lumpy looking stone rather than the cut stone. Yeah, looks like a cool asset. Looks like you could use that to landscape really easily. Is that like a fox character? Very popular in these Japanese anime style games of fox character. Yeah, it's very nice. There's lots of assets in Dreams made by people, so that you don't have to make any of it yourself. If you don't need to be able to sculpt, you don't need to learn those techniques. You can just plonk down whatever you want. This is a very mysterious little presentation. Maybe it is the cut stone, I don't know. I wonder which stone is the one that they were trying to showcase. The cut stone's quite nice. It's nice shapes. And there's our fox character. Oh, we can move him around. There's no game here though. It is about the landscaping. Okay. Would not get an MM pick today, something like that. I'd be very surprised if it did. Palace on the Edge of a Desert by Zeke. So we've got some more scenery. This one is some architecture. And maybe some landscaping as well. Okay, is it just a fixed scene? Or do we have access to to walk around? No, nothing. Just a fixed camera. Oh no, we've got another... Okay. So it's going to run through a series of fixed camera scenes by the look of it. It's very nice. It's got that lovely golden honey lighting. And it's gorgeous actually, isn't it? Really nice. Desert city. Moroccan style architecture. Cool. I don't know how everybody likes their scenery presented. They like it so that it's interactive, so that they can click through the different images. Personally, I prefer that than having to sit through a fixed presentation. Best of all is a walking sim of your set design, but obviously you've got no control of the angles there, so your set design's got to be complete all the way around. With this you can just do half of it, the bit that the camera sees. You don't have to worry about what's going on at the periphery, which you do if it's a walking sim, so it's a lot more work for that. It's excellent lighting. Like I said, it's like this lovely honey golden lighting effects everywhere. It makes it all look very warm, just right for the place where it's supposed to be set. I have a feeling that this set design or something similar to it is available remixable. So City Pinions assets. Yeah, I think this is remixable assets that you can actually make your own little city. The skill though is to get a good sky and use all the assets around it, all the plants and everything to make that look nice. It's actually a quite a skill to be able to do a decent set design. Another Amenjo one. This one's Dimensions of Space, a short comical animation, so not a visualizer this time. Let's have a look. Just over 1,000 thumbs up for this. Space things seem to be very popular compared.
Hello.
There we go. They drowned in a cup of tea. Zenith, Innocence 48. I don't think we've seen him yet. This is called Truce. It says audio visual. I don't know if this is music or just a visualizer. I don't know. It's not interactive, so it's just a lot of spirals and some music. And some strange creature or other, I think. I'm not quite sure what that is in the middle right. It's another one of this experimental jazz techno stuff. Not my taste. Casey Jones again. Just a cup of coffee, thanks. It's a 50-second little scene. 1.5k, so quite popular. Quite effective use of the light filters for on the face to make it look like he's watching a video. But that is literally all it is. 1.5k for that. I'm surprised. Oh well, there we go. You've encountered Fungoid. Another animated short by the look of it. 421 thumbs up this time. Well, that's very odd. Is it some sort of mushroom? Mushroom monster. And there we go, that's a little scene with some music. Okay. Soothing vibes. Another Don't Get Fresh. Presumably very similar to the rest of the stuff that we've seen from them. 1.4k. Yep, more chill, quiet, background style music. But I think we did check earlier that they haven't been around since 2020, so just early access and the beginning of Dreams, and then they went. So maybe a year's worth. And their music is all very similar, but all of it got picked by Media Molecule. Virtual Reality, Back to Man. Another Back to Man track. Very 80s, the way that, you know, you've got the neon grid. The music, not so much 80s, I would say. maybe late 80s. So this track is 3.23 minutes 23 seconds long. I like it when a piece of music gives you an indication of how long it is. Gives you an idea, but whether you want to sit through the whole thing or you want to stop it early or what. Oh yeah, Back to Man music's very, very good. And quite prolific. If we look at there's a random loop there, not really. Here's the remixable tracks. That's a very popular one. Lots of people use that. That was the one we had earlier. It's Tetris versions. That's a popular one as well. But there's loads of music you can try out and see if it's good for your game. He doesn't mind you using it either. Right, throwing a New Year's Eve party with Barry Blobfish. This is the last of the 2019 picks. So this was nominated in the second annual Impy Awards. So this got past their cut-off point for 2019 and went into 2020. So this is Funniest Creation, second annual Impies. It got in the top 10 for the New Year Community Jam. So it's the 2019-2020 New Year. It's 6 to 7 minutes of animation, but let's play a little bit of it. Barry Blobfish turned up early on in early access. Somebody made him. There's a couple of things featuring him, if I remember rightly. Oh, fantastic! I think the danger is with dreams. There's so much. It can be overwhelming, and you don't know where to start to look, and it can be like, oh God, where do I start? You got the picks, and as we can see from looking through these picks from 2019, what was picked then wouldn't necessarily be picked today, because the quality of things has changed over time. So also people's best of lists. A lot of people made best of lists during early access and 2020, and they haven't been updated since. So you're always looking at old stuff. So I've tried to do a list of everything over the years, different ones. Okay, I don't know what is going on there. He's throwing a party, he's stealing stuff, which is all a bit dodgy. Anyway, there we go. That was the audio-visual stuff. I know that is not as appealing as the games. We had 2 lots of the games. We had the showcase stuff, and now we're finished with the audio picks. So we're moving on now to the chart. Now this is what was popular with the thumbs up, and not all of these have got picks on. So it's interesting to see. These are the ones that the people in Dreams playing the games actually thought was good, not necessarily the same as the picks. So, and sometimes there are things that Media Molecule couldn't pick for various reasons. So we look at The most popular game of 2019 was Prometheus. This was an MM pick, so we have already played that one. But as you can see, 56,000 thumbs up for that one. And we are in early access. Number 2, we haven't played this yet. This wasn't eligible for an MM pick because it was made by Media Molecule. They don't MM pick their own things. This is Dream Reverse Dash, and I'm sure you all know this game, and you've all played it, and you've played other people's versions of it, most of which are absolutely atrocious. I never minded this game. It's fine. It's not a huge appeal to me. I'm not a speed running platformer, but I'll give it a go. I'm doing all right so far. Oh, you missed it! Damn! I knew as soon as I jumped that I had just missed it. Don't miss it again. Oh, God damn it, Connie. No! Damn you! I'm yelling at Connie as if she's autonomous. She's not. I'm controlling her. I should be shouting at myself. Oh, God. Oh, damn it. Let's go this way. Oh no, I just keep dying. Too much death. I'm trying to get to the end here as fast as possible. Dream Reverse Dash. Oh my god. Oh no. Rubbish. Rubbish. Right, I'm trying. Well, I can't do this and read your comments, so I'll do this first, and then I'll see what you've put. Because I'm looking, I'm seeing. Ooh, somebody has said something. Nice long-winded something that I need to answer. My Dream Reverse Dash that I did for the. There we go. For the award. Oh my god, that was my best. Horrendous. But, I mean, nowhere near anywhere on the scoreboard. 25 seconds, that's what you've got to do it in. I did it in 2 minutes. No, not good. And 124,899 on the scoreboard. I mean, for goodness sake. Really bad. Right, then, here we go. As maybe the person who has receive an acute drop of interest in new creations. Oh, God, yes. That's the absolutely yes. However, we won't really know until sort of after May is out. I think once we've got June out of the way, we'll have a better idea about how much everything is dropped, because I think there are some people who may be gearing up to leave as soon as the servers change. That's the next big change is the May 22nd server migration. Dreams will almost certainly go down for a while, maybe even a day. I don't know how long they're planning on taking us out before they migrate us over. I'd be very surprised if it's seamless. I would imagine there might be I might be wrong. It might be seamless. It might be just be an ordinary update. But I'm guessing it can't be. I think it has to. Dreams will have to come down, and I think that might be a key point that people might go then. So we won't know until say June what the effect is. But yes, at the moment people are launching up their unfinished projects because they're leaving. So yeah, it's definitely made a change to the Dreamverse and what it's doing. Okay, so 3 was Curiosity, MM Pick, we've already played it. Then 4 we've got Please Hug Me, another Media Molecule thing. 114,000 thumbs up. I don't really understand why. You've just... It's not a game. It's just... They all just walk back away from you and fall off while you're trying to hug them. And then... Once they're all gone, that's it. I don't understand why people thumb that up. It was part of the trailers and things for Dreams. I suppose people just wanted to try it out. I don't know. It beats the hell out of me. Alright, at number 5 we have PT. VR compatible version of the game. How long do you think the server will stay up? Ha ha ha. We might get a year. I think it depends very much on how many people stick about. If it drops down below half of what we currently have, I can't see them keeping it up for very long after that, after a year. Because it costs money to run a server and there's hardly anybody playing, there's no point in keeping it, is there? It also depends very much on how much Media Molecule are going to support the game with streams and things. I mean, they said they're going to continue doing streams, but then they haven't done any. Since that, apart from one question and answer session, which was more questions not answered than anything, we haven't really got back to the streams of content and you know, showing off Dreams and being happy about it. So I don't know. I don't actually know. When Project Spark turned off, stopped development, they announced the turn off within 7 months and gave us 4 months notice. So we had 11 months from the time when Project Spark stopped its development to the time when they turned the servers off. I think we might get longer than that, but I'm not 100% confident. I'm sort of confident to say we'll get a year. And after that, it's... who knows? I understand that Little Big Planet lasted a long time, so maybe it's fine. I don't know. It depends who's in control of the servers, whether Media Molecule's in control of the servers or Sony is, how much money... Because there's always the danger that if the Media Molecule's next game does badly, then they won't have any money. If they've got no money, they can't afford to keep the servers going. Sony will shut them down. If they shut down Media Molecule, I think they'll shut down the Dream servers as well. So I think we're relying on Media Molecule doing well, I think. I don't know. This is my last year, I think, of Dreams. I'm not 100% sure I want to do much with it past December. I'm sure a lot of you recognise this.
The day of the crime, the father went to the trunk of his car, retrieved the rifle, and shot his wife as she was cleaning up the kitchen after lunch.
It's been remade a few times in Dreams, actually, but this was the first one. I've never played the original of this. I've only ever played fan-made versions of it. So it's always fascinating to me.
2 days earlier, this brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon. The day of the crime, the father went to the trunk of his car, retrieved the rifle.
Well, I hope you get a lot out of it, because I feel very sorry for the new Dreams people. The people come to it late, because the atmosphere in the community is a little bit dull, and we were a lot more vibrant and interested in things before. And I think everybody's a little bit subdued with the creations and everything else. There's a hand. There's a spooky hand. Hello, spooky hand. Trying to remember what the sequence of this is. I think I've got to go back out through this door now, have I? No. Maybe not. Anyway, you've all seen PT. It basically is a complete reconstruction. And there has been others even better than this visually. So, interesting. Right, it's 5 o'clock, and so my time is up. We're going to be going through all of the non-Media Molecule picked games that were the most popular in 2019 next week. So from Monday, so Mondays and Tuesdays, I look at the most popular games, and we're doing 2019 so at the moment. We'll be working on to 2020 once we've gone through all of my lists on my collection. I'll be putting this on YouTube next week, and there'll be a link to this collection here. So the best dreams of 2019, which is pretty much everything that I think was a decent game released in that year, from the MM picks, the chart, the awards, and the game jams. That should cover pretty much everything. So I've got one for each year, and we're working our way through. Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I'm looking at the new releases. So you join me tomorrow from 3 o'clock. We're going through anything new and anything anybody has sent me that they want me to play as well. We'll do that too. So Outer Heaven says the community is agonizing like in a coma. Yeah, it's like everybody's quite depressed about the whole thing. People have been working on projects for years and were hoping to release it, and now they feel like they're not going to have an audience, because a lot of people, as soon as the announcement came, they went, right, that's it, I'm off. I'm going to Unity, I'm going to learn proper coding, I'm going to, there's no point in continuing with Dreams because it's not supported, it's not going to change, we're not going to get multiplayer, blah, 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 blah. The truth of the matter is that the tool that we've got, that we've enjoyed for the past 3 years, is still intact on the most part. Certainly at the moment it's exactly the same as it was. We are going to have some limitations in place after May. I think this is going to be the point at which people are going to decide whether or not they want to continue or not, depending on what their experience is after the server migration. We don't even know the quality of that server that we're getting, whether it's going to make things slower, faster, exactly the same. Some of the features are going to be removed permanently. The audio inputs are going to be removed temporarily for about 5 to 6 months, which is quite a long time in Dreams, let me tell you. So I think we're going to lose a lot more players after the May 22nd, and it's a matter of like people going, I'm sticking with it, I'm going to make stuff, I don't care if I have an audience or not, that doesn't matter to me. It's like, well, that's very nice, but I think making things with no audience is a little soul destroying, and I have been in that situation before, where I was making things and we have no audience, and it's 5 or 6 people looking at it is not the same as 30,000 people, let me tell you. But there is a game still here, and people are still making great things. It is a bit disappointing seeing some of the old stuff being released that will never be finished. But on the other hand, it's quite nice to see it as well, because there's some really great ideas and things that maybe somebody else could pick up and do. So, yeah, it is what it is. It is a shame for newcomers. On the other hand, there's an awful lot for you to have a look at, and enjoy. And I hope you really enjoy playing other people's things as well as. And please remember to like things. If you did like it, you did enjoy it, please thumb it up, because the creators they do need those numbers, whether they say they don't or not. It is really nice to see people thumbing up your creation. It always has been and it always will be. So thank you very much for coming, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.